Hey y'all, how y'all doing?
Alright guys, I finally made it. I actually made it yesterday evening. We came down this river. Didn't get very much done at all as far as filming on the first day. It was kind of raining by the time it was pretty all day until I got here, and then all of a sudden, kaboom. Look at that rain out through there as it's coming off of that. See it? But anyway, we got Alan Hobbs. He finally made it out of the bed.
Hey y'all.
We paddled down this river here. It's kind of low right now. Normally it's a little bit higher, but we paddled, well, I'll give you the gist of the trip from my end of it, what I remember. We ported it about 25 feet. We paddled about 45 feet. Then we ported about 12 feet. And we paddled about 18 feet. Then we ported about 6 more feet. And then we went through a mass jungle of trees that was hanging over. Opened up into some nice deep water. Coming around the bend, bam, 2 trees, another 50 yards, another tree, another 30 yards, another tree. So we pretty much went about 1/8 of a mile down this river right here and pulled over to one of his old spots and decided this is where we're going to be camping at for the night, since it is just a one day. I got here late, so I've only had Saturday anyway to come up here, but I just wanted to come up and spend some time, get out here in the woods and just do something besides sit at big state of Georgia. But anyway, we'll be back with you in a few minutes. I'm going to make some Mountain House scrambled eggs. I've never had them with bacon. We got some beef stew and a bunch of other stuff. So looks like we just came to eat. Well, here we are on the, oh, this ain't the Peace River, is it?
No, South River.
Here we are on the South River. This spot right here is actually Alan's first trip that he ever made, was on this part right here. This is where you camped at, was the first time? That's been about, what, 5 years ago, 6 years ago?
6 years.
So he said he camped here about 6 years ago, and the water is so much, I mean, it's down so bad. I'll kind of give you a little, you can kind of see those obstacles right there are about every 40 yards, maybe 150 yards at the most, on most of them separating out. And then there's the canoe off over in there. It's peaceful out here though. The mosquitoes are not that bad. I don't know if it's because we've got a lot of DEET. I don't know how much DEET was in, what's in that cutter?
Yeah, cutter.
He's got cutter and I got some backwoods, but we both sprayed down with it yesterday, and I hadn't been hit yet, but that's the bad thing about mosquitoes. You don't know for 2 days. That's his, what'd you call that, Hennessy?
Yeah, Hennessy Deep Jungle.
The Hennessy Deep Jungle. I like the tarp set up over the top. He keeps his, you can see the total opposite of between the two of us. He likes to be able to see completely out of his, and I drop mine down at a steeper angle. I like the tarp. I'm not sure what kind of material it's made out of, but it's got, I mean, you can see my fingers through it. But you know, I guess that would be pretty cool too though. Can you see through it at night? Like if the moon's out good?
Yeah, you can see up like to the moon, but I ain't never.
It's got a deep pocket. I reckon this one here, you sleep sideways in it as well. I've never had one of those. And then over here, see the opposite of the way he sleeps, with his tarp set up over the top of it. I keep mine pitched down, keeps the wind off of it, and I try to set it, if I'm out where I need it, like in the wintertime, I try to turn it to where I've got actual more wind being hitting the tarp and not less of it coming in on the inside. And I'm just using the old Skeeter Beater Pro. This is that Terra Nova, I think is the name of it, the tarp that I was talking about on one of the shows that we had on one night. I want to say it's a 12. No, that would be, I don't know what it is. I think it's a 8 by 12 or something like that. But it's lightweight, folds up easy. It's waterproof. You can see where it rained a little bit yesterday and last night. It wasn't very much, but the inside of it, she's just as dry as she can be. I brought out my bug out bag, just tested it out. It worked out very well. It carried everything that I needed. See that water? It's kind of hard to tell. Hopefully this camera's picking it up. And for you guys that were wondering on a lot of Alan's videos, he talks about how the water is just so brown. When you kind of get back up there, it's not, he explained it's the tannins, where a lot of these rivers here were used for logging and stuff, and the tannins are just so rich in the water. But I mean, you can actually see it. I mean, it's a dirty tea brown. I mean, it's a huge. Last night I kept hearing quite a bit of noise off over on this end over here, and I heard like about 2:30 in the morning, which is real odd for me. I guess maybe because I'm 8 hours away too, in a totally different environment than what I'm used to, and I don't camp beside rivers quite often either. But I could hear a lot of things, and last night I heard quite a bit. You could hear stuff swimming up through here, and I'm assuming muskrat, beaver, something of that nature. But about 2 o'clock in the morning, I heard something gallop. And then splash, 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 splash. And as I did, I figured out what it was. I walked down here a little bit earlier, and that's why, just to test it out. A good sized deer. I'm not sure what around here, but you can see it came through the water right through here and got to right there, and then came up and probably took a peek at me and said, "Yep, it's time to go." Now, if he had done that while deer hunting, we would probably be having some good old tenderloin right now. But I thoroughly, even though it was a large drive for me, I mean, it was 8 hour continuous drive, I enjoyed it. Just getting out and hanging out with friends, you know, that you most likely wouldn't ever get a chance to do. And I got an 8 hour drive back today. So basically, for about, what, I got here at 6 p.m. yesterday, till I'll probably leave the day at 12, so 18 hours, 16 hours of driving for 18 hours, but I'm seeing things that I've not seen. The adventure, taking off, making it happen. But this is just an old spongy. Look at that, just sponge all of this up through here. Of course, this is all mostly underwater most of the time, so I'm really walking on an old riverbed. That was probably a riverbed last week. But we're gonna cook us some eggs and bacon from Mountain House this morning, test it out. Me and Alan, I'm gonna get with him, and we're just gonna turn the camera on here in a few minutes for some of the guys that just like to listen to people talk while they're out camping. And we'll get back with you.